I'll start recording now.
All right, welcome to the protocol update for the month of August, last one. We, as a team, at least here in the office, most of us are at the Science of Blockchain conference here in Stanford. Um, uh, yeah, a lot of us are kind of all over the place or at the conference, and we have an event in the office today. So a lot of setup and stuff this week, and a lot of networking and a lot of learning. So a lot of great stuff. Um, Adam, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah, just a couple of things. So looking into account abstraction, working some discussions around the account abstraction, user experience and concerns and limitations, working with smart contracts, that sort of thing. There is a forecast that I'm looking at. There's a lot of conflicts that I'm trying to get through. So that's with the stable delegation, closed PR, IGT 83. There are some new tasks that are coming my way. I'm just looking at some of the older issues that are on the board that need to be addressed. They're at least a couple years old. So there's like a code refactor task and a broadcast fix that I'm looking at. Some new stuff that's sort of in the backlog. No activity on the pull requests that I opened for the 0x prefix. There's the Ian Coleman tool, and there's still a little piece that I need to finish for the BECH32. That's about it for now.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I saw that you responded to Aaron's comments and stuff. So I think you had a good reply on that.
What else? Yeah, I was at the office last week. It was a lot of fun. Didn't stay long, but too bad I missed the Stanford thing, but hope it was fun.
Yeah, just my social gas tank is is getting low. But it's good to see old friends and stuff. It's been a cool for you to been here. Awesome. Yeah, thanks. Son?
Yeah, as Casey mentioned, I was at the SBC from Monday to Wednesday. It ended it ended yesterday, and today we'll be hosting our own event today. So I've been just busy with that. I did look over Max's PR for the HIP 30. I looked at I think two of them, and I'll be looking at the rest of them. Um, Protocol wise, I've been looking at before Max left, we kind of had a discussion regarding how we could improve our finality, and one suggestion was I guess committing the block at 67% rather than waiting for all our signatures, and then after committing, collecting the rest of the signatures in the next block so that the signature will be included within the next block. So that's an initiative Max and I discussed on, and I've been looking at our code base to see where I could like implement that. So I haven't had too much time looking at that because of the event, but then I think I think I'll be looking at that. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Nice. I can actually help you with because I'm pretty familiar with that part of the code. So maybe this afternoon or something we can hunker down and take a look at it.
Yeah, I think that I would need that. Yeah, for sure.
We did merge up the HIP 30 boilerplate, which is kind of
Right.
like the prep PR.
Mhm.
Soph and I went over that. I just kind of would like everyone to go over at least the two ones that we're kind of trying to push out early. It's not my recommendation that we split the PR or split the hard fork into two. We're trying to group all of it into one. But we would like to start at least getting this into dev so it can get into testnet and start testing. But all these PRs need to be reviewed. So if you guys could take some time and just take a look at this, especially Gaius and Constantine, I'd love your guys' review on this. So take a look and let me know what you think or anything that we need to improve on. A couple of these PRs had some conflicts, so I fixed a lot of the conflicts yesterday, so they should all be good except for this one isn't testing, so we'll take a look at that one later. That's probably because these conflicts, so I can fix these today. Oops. Gaius?
Uh, yeah, for my side, first of all, about the HIP 30, I did I did study the codes a bit. The PR is huge PR and lots of things is there. I mean, when I was checking it, it seems the PR is like 90% complete, I guess, but and there's a lot of things and lots of tests needs to be done on that because for example, for the pre-images or for some of the functionalities that is not there yet, uh, I mean, we need to change a bit on the client, and already we don't have those functions. So that PR is needs uh, many tests, and also about the PR for commission, it's changing from 5% to 7%, if I'm not wrong. That one also, that one seems good. Uh, but it's kind of checking but heap 30. So basically it checks if it is the epoch after heap 30, it changes the commission to the new number before that. So I don't know if it makes sense we deploy it on a separate PR. As you mentioned, I mean, first, both of them needs to be rebased first, and then they should be merged on the before the hard fork time. So those PR, I mean, both of them are huge PR. I mean, not the commission actually, the heap 30 PR, and a lot of things is there, and a few things also is missing in the PR. So that takes time for team to it needs to team put time on it and check exactly how it works. Which I don't know if the Max documented it or not, but it would be good if any document on that PR we can study and see how it works. So yeah, that's about HIP 30, and for me the stream thing already uh, whatever I could do, I already have done them, and it is already on the shard 0 and shard 1 DevNet. I don't know who. I asked it in the group. No one. I couldn't find out who changed the dev shard 1. One of the nodes, the database is deleted. Someone backed it up, and the node is running from the scratch. I mean, it starts thinking from the scratch, and it's running on the wrong chain. I think today or yesterday, Soph or Diego again changed it. But still, I don't know the reason who did and why and what kind of tests they are doing. Couple of tests. I mean, we were doing the test for the stream sync, and now the shard one on the DevNet for like a few days is done. Uh, that's about the stream sync, and after like a few weeks, I came back to the state sync codes, and I started my test. One of the nodes in the one of the test nodes, I'm working on that node. I think node number 11 on the teleport, and then I'm doing the test. I'm changing a bit on the codes for the state sync and fast sync. I'm trying to uh, make it work. So still there is some issues there. I'm working on that, and I'm trying to complete uh, that as well. And also I need to rebase it later with all of the new changes on the stream sync because the state sync in on top of the stream sync actually. Yeah, that's all. Last week also was on call, but it was quite weak. Not much thing to do on the on call part. And yeah, that's all from my side.
Great. I appreciate you. Looking at these PRs, yeah, I see that a couple of them need some fixes on testing. At least this one that's been approved. I can help you rebase this one though, if you'd like. But I'm not sure about the testing failure.
Yeah, rather than the rebate, those functionality that about the pre-images and those changes on the client, I'm not sure if Max had any new PR. I didn't check that, but those things are missed, and I'm not sure how he was how these new functions for pre-images we are going to use it on this PR on HIP. Yeah.
Okay.
And I know for the Travis test, there was a PR in domain I keep having to pull in to get that to pass. And when it was last rebased.
Yeah, I don't think there's any conflicts. I think a lot of the stuff that you're seeing the conflicts for now are from this boilerplate PR, because it changes a lot of things in the consensus and mainnet, or in the main and stuff that I think affect a lot of other people's PRs. So I think it's just like rebasing to this branch. Yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate you. Constantine?
Yeah, hi. This week I'm working on a PR for setting block gas for 30 million. Because currently, if you get this value, it's 80 millions, and it's incorrect because we were changing this value on our ledgers. And currently, we have to store this value for all of the data and ledgers, internal and external. Second PR for block period. It doesn't pass tests. Currently, I'm working on it. And the third, I'm working on not working. I'm checking max PRs this week, and I'm going to update my old PRs because there are a lot of changes in there. I guess it will be tomorrow.
Great. I really like this PR too, the cleanup one. I know Max before he left put a couple suggestions on there, but I'd like to push this one up. This one's pretty good. So if we can either resolve these or just like dismiss them.
Actually, I don't want to really change this because it's just a suggestion.
Yeah. If it just make a comment on it, and then resolve it. I'm gonna leave that to you, and then yeah, we should get this one put up. But all the other PRs that you have, I think are all in pretty much draft still. So great. Anything else, Constantine?
No, that's all.
Okay. Great. I think that is it in conclusion. Does anybody have any else? Anything you want to add?
Just one question. If we do the review on the, I'm sorry to ask this question, but if we do the review on the PR, HIP30 or others that was done by Max, who is the one that gonna to fix it? Who is in charge of those PRs now?
Yeah, I mean, I think it depends on, and I discussed this with Soph as well. I think it kind of depends on the changes, right? If it's something small, like the merge conflict, small, like, like I've taken some of those on. If it's, if it depending on the time, it could even potentially be Max too. We could actually go and ask him to go and charge him like an hourly rate, or we can find one of our team members. Soph, might be able to contribute a little bit. I don't mind contributing a little bit. I know Gaius, you're very knowledgeable about some of these systems that are affected. So it kind of depends, but I think um, I, I haven't really reviewed the migration PR to an extent to actually see what's missing or what still needs to be done. So I mean, guys, you gave an estimate of like 90%. I don't know what that other 10% is, but maybe we can, at least in the review process, let's like kind of discuss what's missing, and then yeah, we can just go from there. But you know, we'll figure that out as it comes.
Mm. Actually, that 10% is because I remember Max was working on a function to get the accounts balances and those things, but you know, in the database, you don't have the account on the database. You have the hash of the
Hash.
account
Yeah.
address, yeah. And it's not easy to just go and find one account and see how much balance it has. So the idea was using the pre-images. So the pre-images is like something that like hashing everything, all the changes on the journal. And you, I mean, if the node from the scratch starts syncing, they have the journal and they have the pre-images there. So the account address inside the pre-images is available. So the idea was Max was uh, he the his idea was like going through the pre-images and trying to find account balances from there. So, and then he wants to create some new functions for the client. And so let's say this client doesn't have the account balance, he can ask other nodes and say, hey, do you have the balance for this account with this address? And if they have it, they go and search the pre-images and find it and share it with other nodes. So the idea was that, but I had a discussion with Max about it, and uh, it's quite complicated to have this because it gets the same challenges that I have in the sync. So if the node have it or not, and how we want to manage if the node doesn't have those pre-images ready, so it needs to go and share it with ask other nodes, and we need to drop that peer and ask other peers. Again, discovery, all of these challenges that we have in the sync, we will get there. So that was the idea, and that 10% that I mentioned is because of that. I'm not sure if other things also missing or not, or how much tests we already have done on this PR.
Yeah, great insight. Yeah. I know that there, I think 4499 is definitely dependent on that pre-image generation and with the export and import. And I wonder, yeah, I haven't looked. Those are the two PRs that I haven't actually like fully reviewed yet. So I would like to get a good sense. At least let's just like put some comments in the PR itself, because like he didn't even put a description in like the 4494 one. So I would like to at least like try to document that process a little bit more. And if there comes to a point where we need to completely redo the approach, we'll just have to do that as it comes.
Yeah, and one other thing that I saw in the PR, already we are not using pre-images. So technically there is no pre-images in any node. And we don't have that function. The code is there from the Ethereum database, but we are not using it anywhere. And the node is not creating any pre-images. So for us, already the pre-images is an empty cache. But before we start working on pre-images and the client functions to share the pre-images, we need to know how to enable the pre-images. That's another challenge before we start working on those things. That just I remember that I wanted to share with you guys also. Yep.
Yeah, that pre-image needs to be generated before the fork for sure. Great. Yeah, let's connect. When's our one-on-one, guys? I think like Monday. Maybe you and I can get together Monday and discuss a little bit.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, if that's it, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.
See you guys. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.